Hey, what's up, fuckers? It's Vanta. It's been a while since I made a motovlog. Honestly, it's just because I have a much shorter commute now to work. My commute is only like 3 minutes. Um, so I just haven't naturally had time to really. The hell? Haven't had time to really just make a motovlog. Not time, but I just haven't been presented the opportunity to make motovlogs, and I have to just, you know, make time to just ride on my free time, which I'm not too sure if I have a lot of free time, to be honest. Um, I do a lot of things. I have a lot of hobbies now. Not a lot, but just a few that I choose to spend my free time doing. Hey. But yeah, let me talk about some life updates. So I did. I finally took my bike to the shop to get its major, service done. Valve check, air filter, just the usual shit. They pretty much pulled all the vital things apart and just, did an inspection, did a service, new brake fluid. So it feels super smooth. It doesn't vibrate like crazy anymore because it's struggling for air. It's got significantly more power. I would say about like 20%. So yeah, it's nice. But granted, I've been riding the Rebel 250 for the past week, while my bike was in the shop. So maybe it's just riding the 250 and all of a sudden having, real bike power. It's like, oh look, it's more powerful than before. So maybe I'm just too sensitive to the torque to really tell. But yeah, I had the major service done. It cost me $800 to get it done. That's a pretty good price. I've seen what other people are paying for less work, and they're paying like close to 1,000 or a little over 1,000. My little brother gave me his Rebel 250, so that's my next project bike. I've always wanted to bobber one out, but yeah, I have the Rebel 250. It's all beat up because it was in a couple accidents, so the tank is dented in on both sides. Overall it's just not in great shape, but the frame's still good, tires are good, everything on the engine's still good. It's just cosmetic stuff. So yeah, I'm probably gonna put like a tiny peanut tank on it, put some knobby tires on it, cut the rear fender off, and put like we'll see, probably like a half scrambler, half bobber look. Make a custom seat. I don't like the bobber seats. It's like it freaks me out. Although the bike doesn't have enough torque to like really give you issues. But like if you have a really torquey bike and it just has a little bobber seat, you're flying off the seat, and like that's never good. So plus I like the look of like the banana seat. The look I'm going for is where the rear and the front are like one unit, and the rear is going to act like a fender. It's going to be curved a little bit just to give you like that scoop to hold you on really torquey bikes or sport bikes. I just like the aesthetic. It's not necessary. Plus, it's a Rebel, which if you ever sat on one, it's super crammed. I end up sitting on the passenger side, the passenger seat, just to give myself enough room to be comfortable on it. Stretch myself out. So it'd be nice to have that option as opposed to having the bobber seat where you're just kind of stuck in the little, the seat that it has. It's just a few. Oh yeah, and the exhaust. That's probably going to be the toughest bit, is fabricating the exhaust, fabricating the seat as well, because I don't have any real experience, cutting pipes or anything. And in truth, man, I've been kind of in this weird mood all day, just kind of feeling my energy is just at a negative. If you can't hear from my voice, it's just just not feeling it. You can even tell by the way I'm riding, you know, super gentle. You know, just fast enough to get away from cars, but not, I'm not, you know, going crazy. But yeah, this was a much needed service. Originally my bike had, I think, close to 12,000 miles, and then it had some issue with like the gas tank. The fuel sensor built into the cluster was damaged or something, or stopped working. You know, and it was all covered under warranty. They originally, what they did, the shop, or sorry, Honda replaced the little float inside the gas tank, and thought that was the issue. Jesus Christ, that's a mess over there. You got a truck backing into a tight spot. So yeah, they replaced the float. That wasn't the issue, so they're like, oh, we got to replace the whole ass gauge cluster, which reset the odometer back to 12,000, or sorry, back to 0. All right, he's still reversing. I think it's raining over here. I'm getting a little bit wet. But yeah, so it was reset back to 0. No biggie. I mean, I was like, whatever. So then I put another 17,000 miles since owning, you know, since that repair. So it has like 17 plus 12. That's 20. That's almost 30,000 miles. I believe that's around the time you want to do the major service interval. But I'd say around 25,000 miles. That's when the bike was kind of asking for it. At least in regards to the air filter. And it's not something I wanted to do. The air filter is underneath the gas tank, as opposed to most other bikes. They're underneath the seat. Yeah, I just didn't want to lift up the tank. So I just waited off on that, even though I had like the air filter. I had bought the air filter thinking, oh, I'm going to do it, because I've done it on my other bikes. Not that it's a really easy job. And then I looked up in the manual like, whoa. Yeah, I looked up in the manual. It's like, oh, you gotta lift up the tank, and then you gotta remove this cover that you need like a super long screwdriver to get into. And it's like, oh, fuck this, you know. What the hell is this dumbass doing? It's like on my ass. They did reset the clutch lever, the clutch play here. You can see there's barely any play, which I'm not a big fan of, to be honest. I don't like that. But that's kind of like proper spec. I like at least like a 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch of play. That way I can kind of grab it, and I don't know, it's just the way I have really short fingers, or I have women hands, to be honest. You know, I wear women's size small for my gloves. So, I just have a really short like throw when it comes to my grip. So just having more free play gives me just the right amount of like, I guess, throw. But we'll see. I'll keep it here for a while. It's a real quick change. It's not that big of a deal. Plus, they put like Armor All on the fucking grips on the seat to make it look all nice, but I have very little grip now on the controls, on places where it matters. Uh-oh. Looks like it's still raining here. Yeah. It just finished raining, or it still is raining here? It's all good. I mean, I'm just here to enjoy myself, kind of just get out of the house, do something. I'm not here to kind of piss people off or just do my usual. I mean, I can't really do my usual fast riding anyways, because the controls are all boofed right now. Like I said, they put Armor All on the seat and on my grips, so like it's really slippery. So it's not all that confident. I'm not all that confident in like staying on the bike and where I want to be. I slide back all the way now. I mean, nothing a quick wash can fix, but it looks so nice right now with everything all armored all. Yeah, let's go this way. I didn't even notice that thing, or that ambulance. Just cruising, really. Not doing anything crazy. Just kind of just enjoying how smooth the bike is. Oh, that's great. Plus, it's a K&N filter. Supposedly gives it more airflow, which, I mean, who cares? You know, I didn't buy this bike for like super performance or anything. I just bought it because inline four, you know, kick ass. The smallest or least powerful inline four you can buy brand new at the time. Because I mean, I don't really care much for power. I would have been happy if they still made like the CB400 and inline four. I think they still do. But fuck 13. What? Okay. Yeah, I think Honda still made the CB400 for only in Japan or something. But the 650 is like the smallest you can get outside of like the CBR 600RR, which is a totally different, you know, animal. And I didn't want a super sport. Because with the super sport comes super sport maintenance, comes super sport, you know, throttle response, super sport brakes. You know, I wanted something that was a good commuter. And CBs have always kind of been the go-to for, you know, commuter bikes in Honda's lineup. You know, that if a lot of people disagree, but they think I believe CB I think stands for city bike, and if it's not that, it's probably just like the, you know, the code of the frame or something. I don't know what the fuck CB means, but for me it's always stood for city bike, because it was all their CBs have been oriented towards street use. You know, even the CB1000 or the whatever the Blackhawk or whatever the fuck they call it in Europe. CB1000, the CB125, which is the Grom model name. I mean, yeah, that would kind of make sense, right? Because, I mean, all their cruisers, not all of them, but the street-oriented cruisers, like smaller displacement, were CMX. And we know that X stands for experience in Honda's, you know, dictionary with the NSX, you know, the new sports car experience. So CM would be city motorcycle, because they had the VTX lineup, which is all your Shadows, all your Furies and stuff, VTX 750, 1000, 1300s. I don't know what that stands for though. V, obviously, for the V-twin. I don't know what the T would be. A Tour? V-Tour experience? And the city motorcycle experience? I don't fucking know. I'm just making shit up now. There's the VTX. The GL? I wonder what GL stood for in Honda. Even assuming, you know, these letters mean something to Honda, as opposed to just, you know, model names or whatever, or model numbers, like they do in BMW. You know, they have, the letters don't really mean anything in regards to the models. Wow, it's super smooth down low though. As opposed to, you know, back when it needed an air filter, it was struggling in the lower RPMs. Like, it would just rather be in the, you know, 50% throttle input, you know, so it's not gasping for air. Alright, I might start booking it, because I need a fucking pee, and I can't think of a place right now that has, you know, open public restrooms. No, I can't really think of a place with open public restrooms. And I can't pee off to the side of the street because it's not dark enough. So, wow. Man, I'm getting armor on my... Hey, whoa, hey. Hey now. What's going on with that? Yeah. Is that CHP? What the fuck is CHP doing out here? But yeah, the bike is behaving really well now. Again, it didn't like being revved like between 1 to 3,000 RPM. And again, that's just from the air filter. It was just, you know, struggling. Oh wait, shit. What am I doing? Where'd that cop go? It's nice doing the speed limit now. The bike didn't like doing the speed limit, or you know, before the service. Feels like a proper commuter. But I'm definitely gonna have to change the clutch, fix the clutch play, the lever play. Just again, because I'm not really a fan of this right here. They didn't fuck with my throttle, thank God. Oh, I would have been pissed. I'm very particular with my throttle. You know, the clutch you can kind of just adapt, but if you have too much free play, oh my God, I hate that. Because then it affects how quick you can shift. That, and you know, it makes it really difficult to two-step, I think they call it, or fucking, you know, blip the throttle. Oh, how do you say it? Rev match while you brake, because then you got, you know, that much more throttle to travel to get to the right RPM to blip. My only gripe right now is the left mirror. It's kind of all goofy, in a goofy spot. I think it's in a good spot now. I can see everything behind me on the left mirror, but on the right mirror. But the left one, not so much. Let me see if I can duck around here and find a place to use the restroom. Alright, that light turned on, so that's a bit suspicious. People definitely can see that I'm here. They can hear me. These walls aren't that high. They're not stopping anyone from hearing what the fuck's going on back here. But I am relieved. And, yeah, now that I'm relieved, I'm a little more comfortable with what's going on with the bike. I don't know if I want to push it, to be honest. There's no need to push it. No, not really feeling it. Not feeling it at all, because again... No. Yeah, I'm not feeling it. It's all good. You guys are just getting a chill motovlog experience today. It's probably boring as fuck listening, and you probably can't see anything all that well, because the camera's all fucked up on this thing. Not messed up, like, properly, but, the lens gets dusty. Yeah, the lens gets dusty, and you can't really clean it. I've tried pulling it apart on my previous camera, but they install, like, the ribbon cable in such a way that when you crack open the case, it rips. That could have just been from me being careless and not knowing the inner workings of the camera, but I wouldn't try it again until I know it's covered under warranty, which I don't know if it is. Usually what happens, at least with Logitech, which this is Senna, it's a different company, but I've had to do a lot of warranty claims through Logitech. They'll replace it under warranty, but that new product that they give you carries the warranty of the old product. Which means if it breaks, yeah, they'll replace it, but again, if it's a 2-year warranty and that original product that you had is already past the 2 years, they won't replace the replacement, if that makes sense. So we'll see. I just sent out an email to Senna being like, hey, this shit's dusty. I can't see anything. You know, the camera can't see anything at night because it's so blurry. Sent them the video, sent them the receipt that they sent me. So hopefully they're just like, yeah, okay, we'll replace it. Because if not, I'll probably have to go buy it off Amazon and go return it that way. You know, con Amazon from, you know, with the, you know what I'm talking about. And they don't really check unless it's like a cell phone or something like that. They don't really check the serial numbers, or they don't really care much because they can't automate it. But well, okay, what else have I been doing? I have been growing mushrooms. surprisingly, it's going pretty well. I can't really say I'm successful at it yet, because, you know, my first batch has yet to fruit. They're ready to fruit. They're just I'm just waiting on what the fuck was I waiting on? I'm just waiting for one last jar to fully colonize before I, you know, birth all the cakes. I want to do it all at the same time. Yeah, I want to do it all at the same time, as opposed to, you know, having one kind of straggling along. This Karen haircut have an ass. Hey, okay, that's okay. It, and the police are out for blood tonight.